Okay, guys, let me pose a question to you. If I said before you go to work, you sit quietly for 45 minutes, and then in 170 days, I will give you 3,000 quid for just doing that, would you do it? I would. Read a book, have a cup of coffee. We all know Scruffy likes a coffee. Maybe contemplate a few things of life just while I'm getting ready to go out. And then I get 3 grand for it. Yeah. And certainly if you're on a little wage, if you're on, say, 18, 20,000 pounds a year, that 3,000 quid is a lot of money. In fact, it's a big chunk of your salary. Even if you're on somebody like myself, or who knows, you might earn £1,000 a week. Well, still 52 grand a year, but 3 grand is still a good chunk of that. Now, what does 3 grand mean to somebody? Well, to some person, it could be a car. Maybe you get to work a little bit better rather than ride the bus. Could be a good family holiday, Christmas, healthcare bill, could be anything. 3 grand is a lot of money if you get it in a lump sum. But now let's pose another question. I'm going to have you sit your 45 minutes before you go to work, but I'm just going to give you 2 quid a day and then increase it a little bit. Would you do that? Well, most people will say no. Can't be asked for 2 quid. Fucking waste of time. But you would do it for 3 grand. For the same thing. Where's the difference? Scratching your head? I hope so. This is really a follow-up to yesterday's video, which was a follow-up from something else. I do a lot of small accounts on this channel. And reason being that it's all based around beginner and getting you to look at trading differently. I believe trading should be in the real world. If you're coming into this thinking you're going to watch a 15-minute video, you're going to get the magic key, and suddenly you're going to be a millionaire, well, I've got news for you. You're not. It's a professional career. However, you can hone your skills and learn them, because the actual job itself only takes about 45 minutes to an hour. I don't spend a lot of time on the charts as you think. Spend a lot of time doing homework, and I can do that whenever. I prepare the night before for a day coming forward. Did it with the guys in the live session the other night, where we looked at an asset class, broke that asset class down into a single currency, then took that single currency into a window of the world so we can see what the world thinking is. And we had a bias based on a big picture. And then we watched it play out overnight and into the next day. And if I stuck with the tide, which is what we worked out, you're fine. So all you had to do was, when you've got 45 minutes, is go, right, I know what the direction is. I know roughly what I'm looking at. I just need a good area of interest to place my trade and then bagger off to work. That's it. Right? Then the other side of this job is you've got to understand how to manage things and various other bits and pieces as well. So it's not done in 15 minutes. In fact, I've been in this industry now 20 years. You know, haven't been a full-time trader for 20 years, but I've been around the industry for 20 years because I used to be a forward purchaser. And if you don't know what that is, that's dealing with currencies to get an exchange rate correct. And I needed to do that for my business. Now, when I do these little accounts, I always get the comments of, it's a waste of time. But it's not, because it keeps the process correct. Now, if we flicked over, like this morning, the account that was shown, I actually started this for a few of the guys, little salute. And I said I'd run 100 quid for 30 days, see what happens. Well, I didn't trade every day, so I'm going to kind of run it to the end of the month because I've been on holiday and you've got weekends and various other bits and pieces. And I've doubled it. All right. Steady growth, a couple of quid here, there and everywhere. And the account itself, just so you can kind of see it, is here. There, that's what I've done today. You do have to sacrifice trades, but there you are. There's the balance. And if you go through it, you'll see the histories. Now, I don't know if you can remember, I also started one with a tenner a while ago. I kept it. Now, this one is, I only really trade cable with this. So if I kind of pull the history up, you'll see it. Where we at. Did a little bit of euro dollar, but it's mainly cable what I do on this, okay, because I kind of settle myself down. There you go. So there's a lot of cable, a lot of Bitcoin, euro dollar a bit, Bitcoin, but cable is predominant, as you can see. So reason why I do that is I look to see which is the best of the day. Now over on this one is only euro dollar, and I took that tenner to 150 quid. Okay, I'll keep this going, and what I might do is I might just merge the two together or keep it running in the background. Why do I run them in the background? Well, I don't actually, because I do it for the guys in the squad to show them that you can build up small accounts, because that's what this channel's all about. It's about being beginner friendly and seeing how far you can go with small accounts and help you get through your prop funds, all that sort of thing. Because I can show you my 200k account, which you see regular actually. Be an update on it this week where I show the transactions and the balances. And if you go on the Scruffy Life channel, you'll see it every Friday. Okay, so that's where I keep my trading funds and my investment funds, and it's doing very well. Now, how was that built? Exactly how this is. Small, steady steps. And it's all about one thing. And it's not the money. It's about the process. Because I'm more proud of this than I am of that 200 grand. Because this is a damn sight fucking harder. Why? Not technically. Discipline. Because when you're looking at a couple of quid, who gives a shit? And you see that in the comments. And the way it works in the comments is very simple. You insult me once, and I don't care how much you beg and plead, I will never help you. Ever. So the guy that was doing it the other day, jog on somewhere else because you've got fucking no chance. Anyway, let me just look at this. You might be thinking, well, that's crap, bollocks, no good. Yeah, fine. But now let's see where the 3 grand is. See, if I do this just basically and just look at the target each day, which pretty much hits most days, and I just run that through, and I'll do this quite quickly. So at the end of the 70 days, you're going to have like 400 quid. Might do it quicker, but if you just stuck the course, you'll have 400 quid. And again, people turn their nose up. I wouldn't. But now look at the profit targets. They're now getting up. Okay. Pull this down. Just so you can just see it. There you go. You're now up to nigh on 800 quid, 806 quid. Do it again. And it's all about slow, steady growths, controlling your position size, and controlling yourself. Now, just doing the exact same processes by lifting up the position size a little bit, you're starting to get some decent money coming in. Now, this is where it gets really good because it starts very small. It's very difficult. It's very hard because you've got nowhere to go. You have to be ruthless with your trades and kill them. When you get up here, you can relax a little bit, but you can't let them get out of hand, and you certainly can't oversize. And then you come to here. Now you're starting to make some half decent money. And you run it down, and you can do various things. You can get it to about 50 quid a day and cap it, and it'll run. Or if you want to push it out a little bit. But there's your 3 grand, 175 days. I appreciate that this is hypothetical and you're running it every single day. The idea of it was simply to highlight that little step snowball. Now, you're not looking at building the balance up here. What you're actually increasing is your position size ever so slightly. And your position size moves up a little bit, which increases the balance just by doing the same job. Now, a lot of people can't do that. What they do is, when they've got 1,000 quid, they'll over leverage it because they think they've got a buffer and they want this extra money, when really they're damaging the account. Whereas if you stick to a steady plan, that's it. See, I'm done for the day now on that 469. I've done for the day on the other one. I'm quite happy with that. Let them get on. I can just carry on doing my day job. And as I say, those two accounts, yes, I'm analysing constantly because that's what I do. But I can prep them the night before, and then the setup on a morning, dead simple to work out, you know, because I already know the direction, already know where the bounce points are, and all I've got to do is target into them. That's it. That's all trading is. Because think about this. Watch sort of ticky-tock all the time. And because of what I do, it always flicks up these fucking idiots saying, just do this for 30 seconds a day, you'll be fine. No, you fucking won't, right? Because you haven't done your homework to start with. I can enter a trade in 30 seconds, but I need to have done the work prior in order to do it. Now, I can prepare for the morning the night before. They don't tell you anything about that. Then they'll show you a screenshot of doing 30,000 quid on a 15 pip move. Well, that's fine if you can put £2,000 a point on. But who can do that? I can't. You know, I've got, like I've told you, seen the size of my account, I can't even go close to it. Right? And trust me, I wouldn't. I would need millions in the account. Then you see the prop traders talking the same sort of bollocks. Going, oh, look, I've got this huge account. No, you fucking haven't. Trade off the drawdown. That's your account. And if you trade off the drawdown and use the balance as buying power, just like leverage, you'll be fine. But buying power doesn't mean you increase your position size. What it means is you can trade whatever asset you want. Gold can be expensive. Pound JPY can be expensive. You can trade them quite comfortably on your pound a point, your 50p a point, even a fiver a point if that's where you are, because you've got buying power. If you max it out, how long do you think your drawdown will last? It won't last at all. Then you blow your account. Doing a small challenge like this all the time keeps you very, very sharp. And that's why I do it. Keeps me sharp, but it helps the guys I look after as well. So, answer the question again. Would you sit for 45 minutes before you go to work and get 3 grand? See you all on the next one.